we may as well start with the name of the film. Fuck it. Genuinely. Fuck off. Fuck off. You're not a Skywalker. I'm sorry. Just, it's absolutely ridiculous. I know, start off on a negative tone, but, you know, generally the film was not good for me. It was fine, but it wasn't great. As I said in my non-spoilers review yesterday, but some could view what Rey did at the end of the film by taking up, just by stating this now, taking up the Skywalker name. Some could view that as cultural appropriation. Someone from the homeland of Naboo taking up the name of a family from Tatooine. The opening crawl itself was absolutely ridiculous. The fact they had the balls to put that, the stuff they had in there about Palpatine's alive in the opening crawl. What the fuck? Like, I heard through the grapevine of young people that the transmission that went out that was stated in the film was actually put online through Fortnite. Yeah, I'm sure you're really gonna get to the widest audience possible through Fortnite. I mean, all those Star Wars fans who like read that and like, this is mad. When are we gonna hear this transmission? And you didn't hear it throughout the film. That's because it was on Fortnite. Okay, sure. Real clever stuff. I'm sure you thought it was clever marketing. I don't think so. Palpatine's alive. Yeah, it is what it is. Rey is a Palpatine. I think most people expected that. She was either going to be, I think, from most people's theories, a Obi-Wan Kenobi. She was going to be a Obi-Wan Kenobi, like the man, not the lineage of Kenobis. Or she was going to be a Palpatine. That was from episode 7. A lot of people assumed it was going to be one of those two. And then come 8, people were like, I think it's probably a Palpatine. Whether Rian Johnson knew it was going to be a Palpatine or JJ just made it that way in 8, I don't feel they had a real structure to the story for 7, 8, and 9. Because if they did, we wouldn't have got 8 the way it was, or 9 being what it became. A lot of world-breaking stuff here, just like there was in The Last Jedi. Stuff which you look at and you're just like, in 42 years, 41 years of Star Wars, we've never seen this stuff. And you're just gonna slap this shit about like it's just regular, like this is chill. Yeah, that's how it works here. No? I mean... Palpatine's alive. He's been building a fleet called the Final Order. You know, very apt, I guess. You know, it is the end of Star Wars. And, Palpatine basically was Snoke, and he's been talking to KYLO for years and years and years, and he cloned Snoke, so he became Snoke, so he was controlling Snoke. Palpatine was behind everything, basically, and that gets revealed in the last film at the end point. Shocking. I will be fair, though. I did think the introduction was very Anakin from Attack of the Clones. You know, murdering a bunch of people, trying to protect something. And it wasn't bad. Like, the introduction, the first, like, 15 minutes, while it was like, oh shit, this is where the story's going, it felt Star Wars-y in a way. And when Poe and Finn had the first scene on the Millennium Falcon getting away from the TIE Fighters, again, it felt Star Wars-y. And it was only when you got to, like, I can't remember where Leia and Rey were on, like, the hideout planet. Wherever that was, that's where it started to feel a bit less so. So again, I think I have to go to the point where I think Rey is genuinely the problem. I really feel that. Like, Poe fits in this world. Finn is just there at this point. I liked him in 7. 8, he was garbage. Here, he was just... He was present, like I said. He was available. He was there, but I just feel like he got thrown to the side again here a little bit. A bit more respect was put on him, but not a lot. And then there are just new characters that were thrown about all over the place, and it was absolutely a waste of time for some characters getting like 6 minutes or less of screen time, 5 minutes or less of screen time. I mean, Kerry Russell is in this film, and I liked her role in the film, but like, she probably had like 20 lines in the entire movie, 30 lines. Like, come on, she looked like a bloody Power Ranger, legit. I looked at it, the costume design, and I was like, you just watched Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, didn't you? But then, on the topic of world-breaking stuff, there was, oh my god. So, obviously, Death Stars, they're planet-killing behemoths. You know, that's what they are. They've been like that from A New Hope, and they've been going through the life of Star Wars by making then Starkiller Base, which was like a giant Death Star, capable of killing multiple planets at the same time. Now, what's better than one Death Star? What's better than Starkiller Base? Let's just put planet-killing weapons on every single destroyer. So, they have a fleet of destroyers, and all of them have planet-killing weapons. I guess raise the stakes, right? Raise the stakes. But it just didn't feel real, honestly. At no point in this was I like, oh shit, I'm actually worried for these characters. At no point did I feel that way. I didn't think Finn was gonna die. I didn't think Poe was gonna die. I didn't think Rey was gonna die. When she did eventually die, I was like, didn't expect them to do that. And then they fucking brought her back to life and then killed KYLO. Shocking scene. For all the wrong reasons. Like, it's called Rise of Skywalker. It could have been KYLO coming back to the good side. Rey being the hero. Fine. Get your hero bloody boner off and be like, Rey's the hero. Fine. Then KYLO can go back to Tatooine and be like, accept his fate and his history and his past and move on from there. And that can be the Rise of Skywalker. Like, that would have been a way better ending than what they gave us by Rey dying and Rey coming back to life by KYLO dying. You shouldn't have killed her in the first place. You could have just let them both live. Why do that? It was just pointless. Plus, Rey is just, hey, it doesn't matter what Rey is, alright? Rey is a sack of garbage, alright? But Leia in this film was very, very weird. There was something off about it. And it's not that they obviously had CGI'd her in the film for a lot of the parts she was. Some of her scenes just didn't seem to fit. They were like a bit oddly placed. They didn't really cohesively work with the rest of the story in a way. Like, they did, but it was like there was a slight tilt to them. Something was off. I don't know what exactly it was, but meh. And apparently she's a Jedi as well now. I mean, Yoda did say there is another, and he wanted to really train Leia, the other one, instead of Luke, because Luke was too rash. But Obi-Wan was like, nah, you need to train this guy. He's the one. You need to do it with him. And Yoda's like, chill, I'll do that. And then he's reluctantly teaching Luke. But then Luke's teaching Leia. And Leia, I mean, from 8, where she's fucking Mary Poppins in space, that got coined. Like, ridiculous shit went on in 8. I suppose at that point you sort of had to make her a Jedi, because what happened with that film, with her, the bloody hangar being blown up and then her just flying back in space and surviving. I don't know what Rian Johnson was on. It wasn't anything normal. I think he made a concoction himself of shit and did something, because that just didn't work. And I think everyone felt that didn't work. Like, as a general consensus, everyone was like, that was weird. Jedi can't do that, can they? No, they can't, generally. But Leia can. Why not? So she's a Jedi. She's training Rey now, which was weird, because obviously we'd never seen her be a Jedi. And then when Rey called her master, I was like, that's a bit weird, because we've not seen her be a Jedi ever. And then we get like a 12-second scene of Leia holding a lightsaber, and we're like, she's a Jedi. Like, it's ridiculous. She had a lightsaber. Leia's lightsaber did look cool. I'll give you that. It was a cool looking lightsaber. It had some like rose gold on it. Very unique look, in my opinion. But also, just the plot itself was just shambles, man. It was like they were trying to go from one place to find something, and then with that thing trying to find something else, and then trying to find somewhere else because of that. And the amount of convenient things that were going on in this film, I'm not going to swear needlessly, all right? I've sworn enough. The amount of convenient things, and oh, this happened, and now this happened straight away, and this happened straight away, and this happened straight away, and because of that, this happened. you're looking at it like, that's not how story works. You can't just do that. You can't. I'm sorry. It really pulls you out of the film because you're looking at it and being like, but why? Why? Like, how? How, Sway? How? How does this work? I'm missing something because I feel like I'm having a meltdown mentally right now just thinking about this fucking plot. Oh, I will be positive for this sentence here. The lightsaber fights were the best lightsaber fights in the trilogy. By far, without a shadow of a doubt, the fights between Kylo and Rey were definitely the best choreographed, the best worked. They looked like they were actually versed in what they were doing, specifically Daisy Ridley, as opposed to The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. So I appreciate that they actually did a good job with that aspect of the film, and for me that's obviously a very important aspect. Star Wars for me isn't Star Wars unless there's a bloody lightsaber. I mean it is, but you're missing something. You know you're missing some good, you know, without a lightsaber in a film or TV show. Lando was cool for like 7 minutes he was in the film. Chewie was good. I mean, Chewie died and then didn't die, and there was a lot of confusion there for certain characters, and it was honestly ridiculous. Like, the force powers in this film, you're just throwing up cannon and ripping it up. It was so annoying. So now, apparently Kylo and Rey can both, like, pull and hold ships in space. They're that powerful, both of them. Like, where Palpatine's, like, in the original trilogy and in the prequel trilogy, struggling to throw, like, bloody pieces of metal at people, and Yoda's struggling to, like, hold up a giant piece of rock in Attack of the Clones, yeah? These guys are just holding fucking flying ships in the air against each other, and then Rey blows up a ship. Like, and then she thought Chewie was on the ship, so she thought she killed Chewie. She didn't kill Chewie, because there were no stakes in this film at all for anyone, because no one was going to die. C-3PO was apparently going to die, get his memory wiped, and then by 45 minutes later he's back to regular C-3PO. Sure, why not? There was so many things that were just completely inconsequential. It's like this entire third act of this 1, 2, and 3 of the prequels, the original, and the sequel. This third act just didn't happen. I don't really want it to happen, because it was ended so well, and you're basically destroying what happened in episode 6. It's completely destroyed everything. Like, really, what's happened here by bringing back Palpatine in this way? It's like everything just meant nothing. I don't know. And just to be clear as well, she isn't a Jedi, alright? She isn't a Jedi. Luke trained her as not to be a Jedi, basically. She's not versed in the stuff. She's not a master for sure. There's nothing there, in my opinion. Then they gave her a new lightsaber at the end of the film with her walking out on Tatooine. I was like, I'm done here. Just walked out the film at that point. Like, fuck off, man. You're trying to be, oh my god, full circle, it's so nice. Oh my god. No, you gave her a new color lightsaber. Like, yeah, fine. I guess you can do what you want. It's been there in the EU for decades. It's been there for time, but you're just picking out the things you want. Like, yeah, let's give her a new lightsaber now. Alright, sure, give her a new Kyber crystal. Fucking idiots. Idiots. The Knights of Ren as well, like, they were bigged up in the first film a little bit, you know? There was something there. There was something there of, like, who are these motherfuckers? These guys seem like savages. They weren't in The Last Jedi at all. Rian Johnson said, fuck you. And then JJ just brings them back and they're like fodder. Like, these are like hard nuts. And then they're like nothing burgers at the end of it. Really weak. Really weak. Really severely annoying. Other force powers in this film are just ridiculous. I mean, yeah. I feel like it's sort of a bit like Harry Potter. You know in Harry Potter where J.K. Rowling can basically just make up anything and find a fix. She's like, I need to unlock this door. Alohomora! And then you can unlock a door now. It's like with Star Wars, they had to show you something initially so you'd believe it later on. So Rey ends up healing this snake in one part of the film. so that she can show you she can heal a snake. So when she does something stupid by killing KYLO, when he was, you know, she stopped attacking her, then she can heal him. Because that way you've shown it before, it's pre-existing canon at that point. But now Jedis can heal like that. I haven't seen that in any of the stuff. I watched the TV shows, the cartoons. I mean, I've watched all of them, right? I was a geek. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I love that stuff. Especially Rebels and Clone Wars. Very, very good stuff. Ahsoka Tano is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, all right? It's just great. She's great. She's great. I heard her voice a little bit here, I think, as well, in one scene, which was cool. Along with some random voices as well, which was odd. And then, like, Liam Neeson. So I was happy. I heard Liam Neeson and Mace Windu and Yoda. I'm good. Then there's also the Force Skype. They took Force Skyping to the next level with this one, with physical manifestation. If you couldn't tell, I didn't really love this film. I think Star Wars is, to an extent, done for me now. I'll always take enjoyment out of those first 6 films, and even Rogue One, pretty good. But going forward, I don't know if they can win back the love with hardcore fans. Because they clearly tried that with this film, and there were good aspects in it in ways. I mean, there were also weird things like Rey's evil side for like 12.5 seconds, 14 seconds, and then that was gone. Honestly, when you see stuff like that, it's almost like, let's just include that so we can put that in the trailer. Oh wow, the physical Force Ghost manifestation. So now, I forgot about this. Force Ghosts can now interact with the real world. Not like Yoda did in The Last Jedi, where he sent a bolt of lightning down to destroy Luke's hut because he wouldn't destroy it, and the Jedi and all this. There was a lot of stuff that was confusing about, you know, The Last Jedi. Like, Rey isn't really a Jedi because the Jedi are dead. Like, Luke said it. Yoda basically said it as well, I believe. Like, saying we need to start over. It's not about the Jedi and the Sith anymore. And now everyone's like, Rey's a Jedi. Like, no. No, she's not. That's not how it works. She's not a Jedi Master for sure, and I don't think she's even a Jedi. But Yoda sends out a bolt of lightning, so that's sort of like they manifested that in the real world. But now Luke just is physically touching stuff in the real world, which is confusing. It's just like, that doesn't work. But apparently now, because it's happened, it's canon. Like, that is how it works. That is genuinely that's how it goes. That's how it goes, which is very, very odd. And oh, wow, Leia's a Force Ghost now as well. That was... And then Han was like a Force memory. I don't think he was a ghost. Finn seems to have the Force as well. Like, I don't know. And just with the Force Ghosts, just this annoys me. It really does, because my guy Qui-Gon Jinn, he's my favourite character in Star Wars, alright? He's #1 lad. You know, he is. It's true. The green lightsaber got me as a kid as well. But, he basically brought back in, you know, Jedi mythology, he brought back the concept of having an afterlife, basically. And he couldn't even do it with a physical manifestation. Like, he was purely just an aura and a voice. He hadn't got to the stage where he could physically manifest a body. He was just essentially a voice. And then Obi-Wan was able to do it. It was amazing. It was like, this hasn't been seen in millennia. Essentially, that's the way Yoda seemingly put it, at least. And then Yoda became a Force Ghost, and I was like, Yoda's Yoda. Qui-Gon Jinn helped Yoda learn to do it, and Qui-Gon Jinn, I would think, also helped Obi-Wan do it. But then, everyone's a Force Ghost now. Everyone. Anyone can be a Force Ghost. It's like, what the fuck? That's not how this works. It's like you're belittling everything that came before. Like, absolutely everything. And it's destroyed the franchise going forward, because it made everything else just inconsequential. From, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It just made all of that useless, because it didn't matter. They lost anyway. Up to that point, at least. Anyway, guys. Yeah. Great film. Loved it. But if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then Kylo Ren himself will come after you. Now he's dead as a dodo. He's done. He's finished. He's cut them. But, you know, he'll come after you. You don't want that. You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. Now, I've been NarendraTheComic. You have been great. I'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. It is indeed tomorrow. See you tomorrow. 24 hours time, there will indeed be another video. See you tomorrow anyway. Hopefully, see you tomorrow. See you next time. Skadoosh.